Today I'll be telling you 6 ways how to reduce fuel consumption. Start driving right away after you start the engine. There's no need to warm up the engine stationary, so allow 30 seconds for the engine to suck oil and then you can start driving. Keep the engine at its maximum torque. If you have a turbocharged engine, drive between 2000 and 2500 RPM without under revving it, and if you have a naturally aspirated engine, drive between 2500 and 3500 RPM. You won't get a decent fuel consumption if you under rev the engine. You need to drive at an optimum rev range where the engine has enough power and enough torque. Don't accelerate aggressively. Aggressive accelerations lead to huge instant fuel consumptions. That's how manufacturers manage to achieve such a great official fuel consumption for a car. They drive normally and not aggressively. Use engine braking. When you use engine braking, the wheels are powering the engine, so you'll be having a 0.0 liters per 100 kilometers fuel consumption. Use it as much as you can. The worst thing that you can do in a car is to accelerate aggressively and then brake aggressively. So simply accelerate exactly how much you need, and when you decelerate, use engine braking. To get the best fuel consumption, you need to drive constantly. Pick the optimum speed, whether you're driving on the highway or just driving outside town, and keep the speed constant. When you drive at constant speed, you don't need to brake, you don't need to accelerate, so you'll get the best fuel consumption. Drive between 60 and 100 kilometers per hour. After 100 kilometers per hour, friction forces will increase exponentially. Friction forces include aerodynamic drag forces and wheel-to-ground interaction forces. When these forces grow exponentially, your fuel consumption will also grow exponentially. Here's an example for my own car. I have a 1.6 naturally aspirated gasoline engine, and when I drive constantly at 70 to 80 kilometers per hour in fifth gear at around 2000 to 2500 RPM, I get a fuel consumption of 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers. The fuel consumption that I managed to get at that speed is quite lower than the official fuel consumption that Audi claims for my car. If I drive at 100 kilometers per hour, fuel consumption increases at around 6 liters per 100 kilometers. If I increase to 120 kilometers per hour, I will be having a fuel consumption of around 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers. If I go further to 140 kilometers per hour, I will be having a fuel consumption of around 7.3 liters per 100 kilometers. At 160 kilometers per hour, I will be having a fuel consumption of around 8.2. At top speed, I will be having around 14 liters per 100 kilometers, and that's at 200 kilometers per hour. No matter what car you would have, if you drive at top speed, you will have an insane fuel consumption. If you want to have a great fuel consumption, simply use the tips that I told you in this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.